Hi guys, welcome back to the yard. Behind me is our next project, this neglected excavator. We're gonna take this thing from dead to like new condition. We'll start by replacing the worn tracks and rollers and repairing the body panels. Then we'll overhaul the engine and repaint the engine. Before the restoration begins, do me a favor and like this video, leave a comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're looking at extensive rust and cracked paint. These tracks are severely worn, and as you can see, the hydraulic lines are leaking fluid all over the engine.
This oil is low, which impacts the engine's health. We also need to look closely at these battery terminals for signs of wear and corrosion.
As you can see here, these track rollers are completely worn down. We've also got significant rust on the undercarriage components, and this hose here is actively leaking hydraulic fluid. We have to remove these damaged panels first to access the hydraulic lines and internal components before we can start the deeper repairs. First, we use the breaker bar to release the tensioner right here. These tracks are completely worn down, so we're swapping them out for safety. Spin it and check for play. See this flat spot? That means the bearing is worn. Once the new roller is aligned, you torque the bolts until it clicks. The precision of these controls is absolutely critical for safe excavator operation. You can see the wear here on the joystick. We press in the new bushings and replace the worn components. Now, as you can see, the steering and joystick assemblies feel exactly like new. All right, safety is paramount here. Before we lift, ensure all connections are clearly labeled to avoid issues during reassembly. We're seeing heavy scoring on the cylinder walls and excessive carbon buildup on these pistons. The rings are worn, which explains the performance issues. We use these gauges because proper tolerances are crucial for durability. And honestly, there's nothing like bringing an engine back to life. Cleanliness is paramount here. We use new gaskets and follow the exact torque sequence to ensure this assembly lasts. We're carefully aligning the mounts now. It's critical to reconnect the fuel lines, the wiring, and all the hoses before we tighten down these main bolts. The key here is proper surface preparation. We have to get down to bare metal to ensure that new paint job lasts. We are making great progress here today. You have to feel for the high and low spots like this. See how the thin layers here create a much smoother finish. It's crucial to mask these areas to protect the sensitive components. All right, let's get this respirator on and start applying the primer. You want to make sure your passes overlap by about 50% to ensure even coverage. And keep the gun perpendicular to the surface at all times. It's the small details, the sharp lines and crisp logos that make it look truly like new. To correctly tension these new tracks, we use the chain puller. We're aiming for a specific amount of sag, usually around 40 millimeters between the rollers. We've upgraded these controls to provide a smoother and much more precise operation. The feel is incredible. We're running the final system checks now. It's crucial to verify the fluid levels, the hoses, and all the electrical connections before we attempt the first engine start. All right, everyone, this is the first start after the rebuild. Listen to that. Smooth sound and a stable idle. Hydraulic response is excellent. The boom and arm movements are precise, and everything feels tight and responsive. The responsiveness is incredible now. Compared to how we found her, rusting away, it's night and day. Listen to that smooth hydraulic lift. When we first found her, she was rough. But now, as you can see, we've got new engine internals, a completely fresh steering system. We're celebrating the successful restoration of this magnificent machine. It took a lot of effort, but as you can see, it was worth it. Dig in, everyone. We just wanted to thank everyone, including those of you watching, for following along with this restoration. We couldn't have done it without you. So I told him, you can't weld that there. And sure enough, the whole thing just crumpled. It took us 3 days to fix. All right, everyone, look alive. 3, 2, 1. Smell for the camera. This beauty is finally done. When we found her, she was just an abandoned wreck. But after the engine rebuild, the new tracks, and all that sanding and painting, look at her now. Thanks for watching the full restoration. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because next time we're taking on even bigger heavy equipment.